new evolution mechanic, more shinies added to the collection, my want list from Niantic for 2020, more Unova Pokemon added to the Pokedex, and more. Let's do this. Hey folks, it's Medros, and I'm back with another video about Pokemon Go. Now, it's been a while, it's been a few days, but I want to make a video, well, several videos. I've got several planned. I've got a whole layout listed of what's going to happen in the next few videos I'm releasing. The first one I wanted to do is kind of wrapping up my holiday a little bit, talking a little bit about what I caught, showing you a few of the evolutions and catches I got over the holiday season, some luckies that I got, and more. I'm also going to talk a little bit about some news and maybe do an evolution for you in this video. First up, though, there's a new announcement that came out just a few days ago, and I want to talk about it because I think it's really big information. First off, they talk a little bit about trade evolutions and how important they were in the main series Pokemon games. Trades that allow you to save candy or save evolution costs when trading a Pokemon are apparently very big in the main series games, and that's now happening also in Pokemon Go. So first off, they talked a little bit about how you can do this and what the benefits are. So if you trade a Kadabra, Machoke, Graveler, or Haunter to another person, when they evolve that, they will have no final evolution cost. So the 100 candies you'd spend usually to get those Pokemon evolved will not be in existence if it was traded. Now, you can also trade the lower ones, Ghastly, Machop, Abra, and Geodude, and you'll also have no evolution costs. I don't know if it works for a Alolan Geodude. I don't know if it's only normal, non-Alolan Geodude, but I'll have to check that out because I'm pretty sure I may have a Geodude or two that I can do this with. Now, in addition to this, they did say that it will be retroactive as well. So if you've already traded the Pokemon before this launched, that Pokemon will not have an evolution cost for the second evolution. So again, Haunter up to Gengar, Graveler up to Golem, Machoke over to Machamp, and Kadabra up to Alakazam. Those, even if they're traded before, will have no evolution costs going forward. Now, this is not the only Pokemon that are going to have this, those four that we mentioned. As you can see over here, we have a few of the Pokemon from Unova region that are now out that will also have this feature. So, Boldore, Girder, Carablast, and Shelmet will have no evolution cost for their final evolutions. Now, I believe one of those has a really high evolution cost, and you definitely want to make sure that you try and trade it if you can, because that'll save you a lot of rare candies, or candies period, if you want to evolve that Pokemon. In addition to these new Pokemon that have been released with this feature, there's also new Pokemon as well hatching in eggs, in raids, and in the wild. So appearing in the wild, we have Roggenrola, Tympole, Dweeble, Trubbish, Carablast, Joltik, and Shelmet, as well as more. There's from 2 kilometer eggs, Venipede and Dweeble. 6 kilometer eggs have Roggenrola, Tympole, Trubbish, Carablast, Joltik, and Shelmet. 10 kilometer eggs have Timber, Tortuga, Archon, and Axew. Now, Timber will also appear in raids, but will not be in the wild. So much like Clink, you can only get that in raids and in eggs. So don't look for that in the wild. It's not going to be there. In addition, of course, we also have regionals. Appearing only in North America, South America, and Africa, we'll have Throw. This is also appearing in 10 kilometer eggs from those regions as well. Europe, Asia, Australia have Sock, also available in 10 kilometer eggs. Now, it should be noted that when this first launched, for the first 10 minutes or so, Sock was appearing here in Winnipeg. If you see here, you can see that I have a picture of my nearby with Sock, and then it changed about 10 to 15 minutes later to Throw. So it was short-lived, but there are people here in Winnipeg who do have Sock. Unfortunately, there are some who got to the Sock just before it changed, and when they caught it, ended up being Throw. So it sucks for them, but I'm sure those people get one from another way, like trading or just from traveling. So the United States, Mexico, Central America, the Caribbean, and South America will have Maractus. Egypt and Greece will have Sigalith. Eastern Hemisphere will have red-striped form Basculin, and Western Hemisphere will have blue-striped form Basculin. Now, I believe Maractus has the same spawn area as Heracross, and Basculins will be basically the same as you have for the current Western and Eastern Hemisphere ones, like Solrock and Lunatone, where we have Illumise and Volbeat. That split is kind of where you're going to see that change as well. Now, these are some really cool Pokemon. You can see the picture up here from Couple of Gaming. It's a really great set of Pokemon. I've caught several. You'll see some of those clips here in this video, as well as in other videos coming up soon. I'm really excited about these new Pokemon. Some really cute Pokemon, some really cool Pokemon, and some really meta-relevant Pokemon. So we'll definitely be looking forward to more information on those and more as things develop with raiding, PvP, and so on. Now, we have that out of the way. I want to show you a video of one of my catches, or one of my things I got over the holiday season. So this is something that I got over the holiday season, and I was very happy to get it. However, it's not my first. It is, I think, my best, which is a shiny Mawile. Now, you can see that here. It is a 93%. I do love it. It's really, really awesome. However, not my first. I've already traded several away. The goddaughter and the wife needed them, so I've traded them some as well. So I don't need it, but it's cool to have, and it allows me to have more for shiny trades later on down the road. The next thing I want to talk about is the Bugged Alolan Vulpix quest. This has actually grown to a fairly significant concern for a lot of players. To give you some background here, what we had was at the beginning of the Adventure Sync Hatchathon event, we got the quest Hatch 7 Eggs, which rewarded the Alolan Vulpix Pokemon. Now, it was promised and stated several times through various measures that this would be a shiny option. This could be a shiny research reward. However, it was discovered after much research by Silph and other people that there was no actual option for this. Nobody had hatched one after several days, and eventually Niantic agreed and admitted this was not actually happening, and they removed the quest. However, they have not addressed the fact that there is a lot of people who put a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of energy into getting more and more of these quests and then hatching lots of eggs. I know one person locally who hatched probably 50, 60 eggs just on trying to get this Pokemon alone. And that was not all like get 3 of these and then do 7 eggs. This was, have a couple of these and try and hatch some eggs. So it was a lot of resources and time and money. There are people in other areas on Reddit and on Twitter who have basically said they spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars trying to get this and failed, not due to their own fault, but because of Niantic. Niantic's response to some of the people who have posted their responses on Twitter was basically to give them 3 regular incubators. 3 regular incubators for somebody who spent, I think, 2,000 or 3,000 coins just to get incubators for this specific quest is not a sufficient compensation. There has also not been any actual response or suggestion from Niantic that they will take responsibility and offer compensation without tickets. People have actually talked about and actually done the instance of going to their Apple and Google stores to ask for a refund for money they've spent on this in order to send a message to Niantic. Now, I am more in favor of folks who go to Niantic directly, file a ticket with Niantic, and let Niantic deal with it rather than going through their stores. But I understand there's a lot of people who are very burned and are being burnt by Niantic by this issue and the lack of communication. I hope Niantic will resolve this and give some compensation, give some kind of announcement, some statement about this issue, other than, we think it's broken, oh, it's broken, we're going to take it out. Taking it out is not the answer. You still don't address the people who tried. I tried several times to get this and failed. They need to address this with the player base as soon as possible. Hopefully they will step up. They will make note of the people who are upset and frustrated by this, and we'll see some compensation in a statement soon. Next up, I want to show you one of the hatches that I was very happy by. This is one I did on Christmas Eve, and as you can see up here, it is, well, I had an incense on. It was like 12:01 a.m., and it was my first Cubchoo. Now, this is a really cute Pokemon, I've said before. I really like it, and I was really happy to have caught it. This was my first. It was not my best. I did get 3 98% Cubchoo throughout the event, and I was really happy with that. And I think we're actually going to do the evolution of this from Cubchoo all the way up to Beartick. So we're going to take this Evo one here. It is a 98%. It's my best CP one, and I'm really happy with this one. It's really, really cool, and I'm really, really happy that I have it. So let's evolve this. It'll be the first Beartick I have, and let's evolve that all the way up to Beartick. And you can see that evolution happening here. There we go. Frozen beard and all. And Dex entry. So there we have it. Let's see here. Show you the appraisal on that. And there we go. 15, 15, and 14. So there's my first Beartick caught on the 28th, which was the day before the glacial event, and you'll see more about that in some time. But let us move along here. So I want to talk a little bit about, since we're in the new year, I want to talk a little bit about what I want from Niantic in regards to this game. Now, this is a game that I'm passionate about. I wouldn't be doing these videos, and I wouldn't be talking about it and interacting with the community and being part of my own community here as much if I wasn't. Excited and happy about this game, enjoying this game, and wanting the best for this game. So here's a few things that I'd like to see in 2020 addressed by Niantic throughout 2020. So first off, much like their other game, Wizards Unite, I'd like to see a ready button in raids. Now, this can be private only, so everybody's in, you can hit ready, everybody can say they're ready as well, and you go. This would allow people like me who don't want and sometimes can't wait the 2 minutes for that timer to start to go in right now, start the raid, and get it going. I want this so badly it's not even funny. I don't know why we don't already have this. The fact that it was already in Wizards Unite baffles me that we don't have this already. And I hope that Niantic will see fit to add this. I'd like to see, I've said this before, but I'd like to see the Wizards Unite and the Pokemon Go developers sit down at a table and just talk features, how they did their features, because I think both games could learn and improve from other features in those games. The ready button is definitely a big one that I'd love to see hit Pokemon Go in 2020, even if it's in the private raid lobby, so you're not going immediately in the public lobby, but a private group. Go private, go in, hit ready, you start right away. It has to happen. It is long overdue. It has been needed since we got the raid system, honestly, in my opinion. So, next thing I'd like to see is some filters for the friends list. I want to see a filter that filters to people I can send gifts to. We already have a gift filter. That is something you can sort by. It just puts all your friends who you can open a gift from or you have a gift from at the top. That's not what I want. I don't want a button. I want a word. We have a lot of filters in the Pokemon list. We don't have any ready-made filters in the friends list, though. Another one I want is lucky. I want to search by all my lucky friends. I want to see all my lucky friends so I can very easily make a list of who I need to contact and make plans to trade. It took me about 20 minutes to go through all of my best friends. I have a lot of them. And weed through the ones that weren't lucky. I want a filter for giftable. Some way to say gift. You can send a gift to this person. I'd also, if possible, like one that says I have interacted with this person. So that I know who I want to get things. So giftable and interacted. Or something like that. So I can say basically, oh, I've interacted with this person. So we have earned our friendship for the day. And I can send them a gift. Therefore, I know who I want to prioritize sending gifts to because somehow we've already interacted today. I want to make sure that they're ready for the next day. Next thing I want, and this is every video I've seen has had this as their want list. Usually the top of their want list. I want improvements to TMs. Now, I have an idea, and I think my idea is pretty solid on how this can be. Now, I play World of Warcraft. Said that before. You can see over here, it's the Alliance flag. I'm a pretty big Warcraft guy. Warcraft has bad RNG coding. It basically says, oh, if you haven't gotten good loot or gotten something you can use after such and such amount of time or such many attempts, you have a better chance of getting something. So kill a raid boss 5 weeks in a row, your 6th week, you have a significantly better chance of getting loot. What I want is for TMs to have built-in coding to prevent bad luck. Now, what I see this looking at is you will not get a move again until you've gone through the entire thing or a certain time period has elapsed. So if you're doing a charge TM on a Mew has a load of possible movesets. You don't want to go through all of those. So you change to the one you want, making sure you're not repeating some. Now, you're using a lot of TMs to get there. But if you want to then go back to what you had, and you don't want to go through the rest of the moves, just wait an hour or 2 hours or a day or whatever. And then you're reset on the available moves and you can maybe luck into the one you wanted originally. An order to them would be even better. Oh, you're on this move, your next move will be this and this and this, and then go back to the original one. That'd be perfect. I don't expect that, but it'd be really awesome if they did that. Basically, I want it to be so that I don't need to go between move A and move B 5 times before I get to move C. And I don't think that's too much to ask for. I think it's a really good idea, and I hope that Niantic is listening when all of this commentary and criticism about TM system is coming their way. The TM system is just not good. Folks like Pogo King should not have to do a 16-hour raid session to try and fill up their charge TMs so they can prepare for a PvP tournament. Either the TM system needs to go, or improvements need to be made to make it more feasible and more workable so that people don't have to use all of their time just to farm up TMs to do something like raiding. The next thing that I want to see is higher original starting IVs, raising the floor, or increasing the odds of it remaining a very good Pokemon. So I trade 100% to you. I'm not guaranteed 100%, but instead of it being 10, 10, 10, or 12, 12, 12, if it's a lucky, it's 13, 13, 13. That's the floor for all the stats. They will get no worse than 13, 13, 13. That's still 80%. That's still really poor. However, you have a far shorter window to go from 80% to 100%, and you have a better chance of getting a decent one out of that. Trading a good Pokemon will get you a better chance at the person you getting a good Pokemon. I'd also like perhaps an increase to lucky odds. Trading a better Pokemon, there's a better chance it's going to be lucky when it gets to the recipient. This would encourage people like me to appraise, mark, and save good Pokemon for a special trade or a fortunate trade. Not especially, not a lucky trade, but a fortunate trade, where there's a better chance that it's going to be good, maybe lucky, and then everybody will benefit that way. Now, I know this next one's going to be something that's probably a little too soon. It may be something they're actually working on, and if so, hey, great. Totally fine with that. Love that. Absolutely great. But I want to see a feature that displays the number of hearts left or gained or currently accrued on a Pokemon so I know how close I am to the level I want. I'm currently walking my Weavile. Now, if you look at my Weavile here, you can see I'm very close to Best Buddies. I'm very close. I could be 10 hearts. I could be 20 hearts. I could be 30 hearts. I don't know. I know that that last bubble is 150 hearts. That's what's been discovered through various data mining methods. I don't know how many's left. I don't know if I'm a day away. I don't know if I'm 2 days away. I don't know if I'm a week away. I want to know, much like I do with friends, how many more days or how many more hearts or whatever time is needed to get to best. I also want to prepare myself. I want to know when I'm hit best because I want to celebrate that. That'd be really cool. Instead, I randomly guess and hope that I'm close, but I never really know. I never know until I get that alert, and maybe I want to record a video, maybe I want to save that video. It's really hard to know, and it's really, really frustrating to not have a better idea as to when I'm hit a certain level with a buddy. So I really, really want that feature so that we know what's going to happen. And I think that might be something they're working on. If they are, great. Consider this an applause for you for foresight and thinking through what people would want, listening to the community early on, and improving the feature quickly. Now, lastly, what I want is fast catching like Wizards has. In Wizards Unite, once you have started the spell on the foundable that you're attacking or combating or whatever you want to call it, if you tap, you'll know right away whether you have been successful. You move to the reward screen, get through the reward screen, and back to your map really quickly. This is really, really awesome. It makes the game much more efficient. It makes the gameplay and flow much better, and it allows you to get on with your game. Right now, when I catch a Pokemon, there's a lot of time spent waiting. Even with critical catches, I have to wait for the ball to fully come towards me. And then the gotcha. And then wait for the thing to pop up. And then I hit OK. And then I hit the X. And then I'm finally back. Now, this affects me especially because I travel on the bus. If I'm on the bus, I generally don't catch something unless I need it. Or if it's a shiny, which I really need. So what I'd like to see is throw the ball, Pokemon's in the ball. If I tap, I know right away if I got it. Tap triggers the pop-up message. Okay, tap again, the message pops immediately instead of, and I know it's like, I talk with my hands a lot, sorry. I know that I'm trying to simulate, but let's see this in video. Sure, there's Pokemon around here I can catch. So we're going to use the bunny area here. So this part doesn't change. This part stays the same. Okay? All right, so throw the ball, hit the Pokemon. Okay, tap. All this is gone if I've caught it. I don't need to wait for the 3 bounces. I don't need to wait for the gotcha. I don't need the bunny race cat. That, right there. Tap. I move right to this screen right here. Now, it could be moved to the gotcha. Gotcha message. That's fine. Another tap means this pops up right away. Okay. Done. It goes from a 20-second catch to a 3-second catch. I can move on, and I can catch more stuff without me worrying that I'm missing something around me that is shiny. So what I'm going to do is the next thing I catch, so this Timple here. I'm going to catch this, and I'm going to edit the video you're going to see right now up here so that it's basically what I want when I tap. And I'll do some effect to show you what I mean. So again, as I'm saying, so throw ball, Pokemon is in the ball. Tap. Gotcha. Tap again. Message. Okay. X. Yes, I still need to catch it. I still need to throw the ball. It may not be gotcha. Much like in Wizards, if you don't have it, you still go through the whole process. You still go through the whole thing. That's not speeding up the not catching. It's speeding up the actual catching. So I hope Niantic will find a way to do that. I think it's a great idea and a great feature to add. And I'd love to see them find a way to make the process run better for the players. Because the players are the audience. Hopefully we can see that, and hopefully Niantic will listen and do that. That's going to be it for this episode. I only wanted this to be like a 15-minute episode, but already half an hour. Hopefully I can edit it down a little bit, make it a little bit shorter for you guys, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the next video, which I believe will actually have my footage from the Glacial event. Now, I hope you guys will check me out on Twitter at Pokemon Go Medros. I hope you guys will like and subscribe. So we'll see you guys next time. In the meantime, take care. Happy hunting those Pokemon, and don't forget to catch them all. Cheers.